this is what I'm actually going to be using for the illusion anyway, for the illusion neckline. So, and this is the back pattern out already. These are the front piece and this is the back piece. So, and this is the skirt which we previously drafted in our last class. Like I said, when we're drafting this skirt, I said that I'm going to be using it for a dress, actually for a client. So I'm just going to bring my skirt together for the front. This is the front, it's going with the front pattern. Okay, so this is my skirt. We're going to be cutting our skirt for the front, and we're going to also be cutting our skirt for the back as so the first thing I want to do here for my skirt pattern, I'm done altering the back, the upper bodies. So I'm going to now alter the skirt. So the only thing I'm actually going to be doing here for the skirt is just basically closing our dart. As you can see, I'm going to just close my dart because I don't want to sew any dart on this pattern. I'm just going to close it. Okay, so I'm going to close it, and I'm going to be closing my dart towards the side seam. Don't always forget that when you are closing your dart on your pattern, close it towards the side seam. So I'm only just closing my dart on my pattern, so I don't have to worry about sewing that in my garment. Okay, so the shape and the fitting, everything is already all out in my pattern when I close my dart. So I'm also going to be closing the back dart as well. I'm closing it to the side seam also. Then my pattern is ready. So I'm just going to take away this excess from the dart. I'll be taking away that excess from the dart. Okay, I'll take away the excess just to blend it up, because I add an extension there for my dart. So I'm going to take that out and blend it out. So, and another thing that we're going to do, remember for the front bodies, I took away 1 inch. I came up by 1 inch for the zip, to eliminate the back puff that would happen from the zip, anything bulging out like a zip bulge. I don't know the right language to use for that anyway, but I know you guys understand because this is not really too technical. So this is a zip bulge. I came up by 1 inch for the upper body. So I'm going to be doing the same thing for the skirt as well. So I'm going to come to the zip area. I'm going to take away 1 inch there. I'm going to take away 1 inch, and I'm going to use my ruler to blend it up like so towards my dart, like this. So I'm going to be doing something like this towards my dart. So this is just a zip bulge technique, okay, because I'm doing for the upper, I'm joining the upper bodies to a skirt. So this is the method that you use to zip, that you use for your zip bulge. Okay, now so we have that, and this, they are both going to blend up together. Okay, so you can see the excess, they are really accurate, but the reason why my front bodies is more than the back bodies, and for my skirt actually there's no sewing allowance yet on my skirt. Remember when we drafted this skirt, we didn't add any seam allowance. Okay, our waist, so I'm going to be adding seam allowance for the skirt when I'm dressed. So the skirt has exactly 8 inches, which is 8 inches is what we need for the waist of this client. So it's 8, that's exactly what the skirt has, that's the zip allowance. So the back already has the 8 inches and 1.5 sewing allowance. So the skirt doesn't have any sewing allowance yet. If I match them together, and you see it's like that. So I'm going to be adding 1.5 sewing allowance to the skirt when I'm cutting on my fabric. Okay, so you have to be sure that your upper bodies and your lower bodies, they are accurate. Okay, so, and I did an overlap skirt slit here. I also have a video out where I did this overlap skirt slit. You can check that out. So I'm just going to write this here, overlap. I'll put a link down below where you can check how I created this pattern for my back skirt for the overlap slit. guys. So I have an overlap slit here for the hem of my skirt. I used I think I used about 16 inches anyway for that. So but it all depends on you. So I'll put the link down and you can check out that video. I created this overlap skirt slit. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this pattern and pattern alteration. Pattern drafting is really accurate, and pattern drafting is fun, guys. So you can ask me any more questions that you want, and I'm going to be able to answer you. So in our next video, I'm going to start sewing. We're going to sew along together. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to be sewing all of these patterns together.